Killer fish. Killer fish from San Diego. I don't know what I am, but I taste really good. I'm a killer fish. Hello. I'll be your killer fish for the evening. Thank you.
Hello, it's me, Reza Gaming. I'm back. It has been a long day. But we're back with some more Oxygen Not Included. Hope you're doing well, Uglvisk. You're indeed first today. That is uncontroversial, to be honest. We're going to continue. We're going to continue with Blasted Series, and we're in the final stages. We've just finished setting up Spigot seals, and while I'm waiting for them to populate and to test a few theories, we're actually going to do the industry stuff I've been talking about for ages. But first, we're going to set up a petroleum boiler to prove we can heat stuff with the volcano. Hello, Ayla Evo. I am back. Normal stream schedule is actually happening. Right. So, yeah, where we left off. The seals were indeed spigoting. The plants were indeed growing. Everything is now cool enough to work. We are filling the area with oxygen, and we've actually sealed off the space. We've got a layer of liquid nectar above this airflow tile. So even though this is all in space, it's all sealed, and we're still letting all of the sunlight in, although there is admittedly very little sunlight on this Ceres asteroid. So I think in future we're just gonna... I think in future we're just gonna set it up with the mercury lamps. We have some mercury lamps over here. We actually... Why is my middle mouse button working? We actually figured out that mesh tiles specifically do not work with the mercury lamp, and I don't know why. They let in natural light just fine, but they don't let in mercury lamp light. It just blocks it completely. We've actually put some diamond tiles here, and this is good enough for these plants. We're still cooling it down, but you can see this one's actually ready to be harvested. So we need to start getting some more spigot seals in here, because these are actually kind of overflowing with nectar. This is admittedly mercury in here that this auto sweeper keeps recirculating, so I'm going to need to get you guys to sweep this up. Yes, hope you're all having a good day. I'm having a good day. That's all ethanol, so that's fine. We don't have to worry about that. But before we actually do anything, I promised something at the end of the last stream, and I thought... Oh, hold on. I need to adjust this, first of all. Let's have a look. I reverted the revenue goal back to the stream goal because we're actually very close to having fully paid off my headphones. So that's nice. Updated that because I get the information around the middle of every month. An accurate forecast. Right, but what we're actually going to do, before we do any of this, we are going to... So here's the magma volcano. So we filled this up with a lot of magma. It's about 62 tons per tile, probably, maybe a little bit more. It's currently at about 1,600 degrees C. Why do we have a broken gas pump? Oh, yeah, this broke. I don't care about this. We'll leave the notification on there, so don't forget about it. I don't care. But the important thing is, I said I said I was going to test out how conductive this actually is by heating up all of the water in here, and we're gonna give that a little test. This heat spike. So now that it's auto-saved, I'm just going to turn this on, and we're going to see how quickly everything heats up. So this water is currently at about 78 degrees. So let's set this map mode to 78 degrees. That'll do. Right, so we're going to close these doors immediately, and we're going to see what happens. Because I'm curious. This is for science. As you can see, it heats up immediately. This is now 500 degrees C steam in here very quickly. So the answer is, it's very conductive. Obviously, the steam is not conducting heat very quickly with this water. Gas does not conduct heat very quickly with liquids. There was some plastic over here that's quickly melted to naphtha, and that's going to quickly turn into sour gas, I imagine. Naphtha boils at about 540 degrees C, for reference. This has sucked a little bit of the heat out of the magma. It's dropped by a couple degrees. And now all this steam is boiling. But yeah, that's about it. It would take a while to actually boil any of this liquid because it's not going to get in contact because all the steam is going to stay here and it's going to condense as soon as it touches the sour gas. So not perhaps as interesting as I thought it would be. But I wanted to show you guys anyways, because I did say I was going to do it. So while we're waiting for the reload, let's have a little look at the fish. The fish are doing alright. Can we see anyone on the zoomed out view? Whiskers. Whiskers was hanging out at the front of the tank. I can't see Whiskers anymore. But, they're doing alright. But yeah, I've had a long day. I went to Wormington, which is a place in the UK that's full of worms. No, it's not. It's where a gas compressor station is. Believe it or not, it's possible. So that was a fairly long visit, but it all went well. It had snowed the night before. It's been snowing in the UK. So it's the first time I've been around a compressor station while it's actually covered in snow. And thankfully, all the gas stuff was hot enough that it melted. But, like, you get the idea. Right. Now we've had fun with a little bit of playing around. I want to build a petroleum boiler. That's the plan. Should be fairly standard. A test of how much my brain can handle when I've had a couple of hours of sleep. So let's reload it. Cool game. Right. So, the actual petroleum boiler bit. I think the heat exchanger for the rust is going to need to be a little bit hotter or a little bit longer than the heat exchanger for the petroleum boiler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove the petroleum boiler in this region here, and then we're actually going to set up the rust boiler and the rust melter in this longer region here. And I don't believe the dupes currently have anything to do, so we'll just start planning all this out. What I'm actually going to do, let's deconstruct all these ladders and get all this random crap out of here. We're going to want to vacuum out this whole area at some point. This is going to take a little bit. But let's think about what this is actually going to look like. So, I think what we'll do, because we're going to heat this up to rust melting temperature, we'll have a separate door here. The rust melter will need to be hotter, so shouldn't it be close to the heat source? That's true. I mean, we could set up the petroleum boiler over here. And then connect it up that way. Because the heat source needs to be at the top. That's very true. The heat source needs to be at the top. But we put this bit on the actual bottom. So we could just extend it all the way over here. Have a door connecting it up here to the bit that's actually boiling the petroleum. And then snake it down here and then fit the rust melter in the middle. That might be fun. Yeah, either way, I'm going to fill in this little gap. Because we're not going to do anything in this little gap. Yeah, go ahead and do that. We'll remove all of this random stuff here as well. I'm actually quite tempted to just deconstruct or reconstruct the diamond, because that'll get rid of all the debris on here as well. And I have built a petroleum boiler before, so hopefully this should go fairly smooth. Now, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to break into this pit biome. We have another pit biome. So you're going to have to just be a victim of science, I'm afraid. So we'll dig all of this out as well. The duplicates are not super busy. Yeah, whatever. We've got loads of diamond. So we're going to want the insulated tile to go here. This does not need to be... This does not need to be obsidian, I don't think. Well, maybe the bit down here does. Let's make this whole bit obsidian. Maybe I'll just cancel that bit. I'll leave a gap up top for now. But I want both processing areas to fit in here with the heat exchangers. So we'll see how that goes. And what I'm hoping we'll do is have one stream today for the petroleum boiler, because that shouldn't take too long. And then probably 2 streams for setting up the rust melter and also more plastic production. I'll set up some more polymer presses, maybe. We have plenty of plastic, but whatever. That was kind of the point of the whole petroleum boiler, so... Yeah. We could remove all of this. That's fine. We can remove this too. We could shove more magma in here. I don't think there's any point. Oh my god. Ugh. But yes, we have double sealed all of these tiles, so there should be relatively little heat leaking into the insulated tile here. One would hope. So, let's see. Yeah, this is going to run up here. I can actually seal it off on both sides. It's fine. I might put another ladder in here, actually. That might be helpful. Obviously, this is not the most efficient way of conveying all the heat. Perhaps what would have made more sense is to put the petroleum boiler on one side and the rust boiler on the other. Rust melter on the other. Yeah, you don't want to boil rust. It's a bad idea. Then you'd have a load of iron gas floating around. I'm sure some of you would find amusing. But how hot would you even have to get iron to turn it into gas? You have to get it to like 2,753 degrees. Probably possible, but not advisable. Probably not possible with the volcano. Oh, the shine bug's getting hot. Well, that's sad. Right, so I guess this is just going to go in here, and then what's this actually going to look like? Because I don't want any heat transfer into this region, so let's actually double wall that as well. For now. It should be a vacuum in here, actually, so maybe this is going to be alright. Let me have a think. What do we normally do here? We probably actually want to make some aluminium for conductivity. How smart are critters? Will they move away from areas that are too hot or cold, or are they as stupid as dupes? Well, it's more or less based on the critter temperature, whether they feel uncomfortable or not. I mean, the critter can be an uncomfortable temperature even if the environment is a comfortable temperature. So I don't think they really think about it, to be honest. They just recognize when... I think they're just dumb as dupes in this case. Let's actually go and make some aluminium. The metal refinery is still up here. That's fine. Let's just make 50 lots of aluminium. We're out of iron for making steel. That should be fine. We're going to need to seal all of this off as well. So I might as well actually just build this tile. We'll build that bit first, and then we'll fill in the gaps. Look! They're all they're all under all the liquids. There's a little bit of water here. It's funny, this looks like steam. It's literally just what the water looks like on top of the petroleum case without a tile. Kind of weird. But yeah, the dupes don't have too many building tasks, so I think they'll be fine. We still have hardly tapped into this geode at all. I think I was supposed to seal this, and I never did. And then we were going to dig these tiles out. But yes, the plan is very much to wrap up this run this week and switch to a new save once the update comes out of testing. And depending on how long that takes, maybe we'll do a short ONI challenge, or maybe we'll actually do some Mega Aquarium missions, because I wanted to go back to that game for a little while. And I don't think it'll be very long before the new update comes out, so probably only be a couple of them. I probably don't need to make this obsidian, but I am going to. What might actually be worth testing as well is once we've actually sealed this off, it might be worth testing to see how quickly it takes for heat to conduct through it. I'm aware there's probably some tricks we can do to actually speed up the temperature transfer. Like adding extra pipe bridges, conductive wires, and things. The main reason I don't really want to do that is because this is all going to be magma temperature. Like, this whole element is going to be magma temperature. Ideally. And then we're going to have a little bit up here that's going to... It's going to be a door, and then it's going to connect to an aluminium tile, which is the most conductive material. And then that's going to boil the crude oil on this bit and turn it into petroleum. And then that petroleum is going to push out the top and float out. I could actually go back and have a look at the previous save to get some ideas of what to do, because we have done a few petroleum boilers in the past. Now, should I leave this open at the bottom just temporarily? Oh, this ladder needs to be fixed. Yeah, there you go. I might leave this open temporarily at the bottom, just so that stuff gets built a little bit faster. Wow, they're building a diamond tile very quickly. I dropped a lot of diamond down here. But yeah, this is not super efficient. This is just for fun. We have so much heat in here, it's not really going to matter how efficient it is. It's going to get hot enough for stuff. We're melting some conductive wires. What? What's going on here? What's going on here, game? Somebody took something hot through here. I guess we'll just make some of this gold wire then. Weird. What's going on with all this then? Oh, right, it's all depowered because of the wire situation. Okay, let's make that priority 9. Yeah, it's nice, because this whole area will fit into the screen pretty well, which is another reason why I want to build everything over here. Once I've built this initial bit, I'll show you the overall concept. Was I going to actually remove tiles here to just get rid of the debris? I think so. They do this very quickly. Although, I think you'd have to sweep this up first. Or mop it up, rather. Yeah, mop it up first. Then I'm going to priority 8 these construct. New stuff can be priority 8 as well. Yeah. These guys do not care about being the liquids building all these tiles. They're all perfectly happy to do this. This volcano is going to erupt again in 7.7 cycles. Some snow tiles are melting. That's acceptable. This oxygen is quite hot. We've been heating up the base a fair bit, actually. This area is just about staying cool enough, but it's just about, really. Most of these alveolar areas are starting to get too hot. But we have plenty of oxygen from other sources, so I'm not super worried. These are actually starting to get too hot. That's interesting. What temperature is the liquid in the loop? Yeah, maybe we're starting to leak too much heat to the base. Not 9. No! Generally, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set stuff to priority 8 overall, and then if we need to make something high priority, we're setting it to priority 9. We're learning! I'm going to make this one priority 7 so that they dig out the tiles first and all the debris falls through. I think we'll probably just actually sweep this debris, because it's not long. Here you go. I don't think it's a lot. Yeah, it's a small amount of rock. That's fine. There won't be too much heat temperature transfer from the window tiles into the insulated tiles, solid to solid contact. So, we shouldn't need to double wall this. Now I can see why I was keen to dig out all the bits from down here so we could just pour all the random liquids out. Also, it's been max gas pressure in here for a while. I'm thinking I probably actually need to make a gas reservoir in here so we can make more plastic. Like, that would be fairly... That would be fairly easy, wouldn't it? Yeah, I could do that. Because we are not using it for power, and we're not really using it for anything else. Let's just use the orange ones down here. I think it makes sense. These overheat at 75C, so these would need to be made out of steel. Is that really the best use of my steel? Probably not. I guess we'll just leave it. Looks like some sour gas has gotten into here somehow. Oh! There was some magma here, but it cooled down. So it looks like we've got nuclear fallout in here now. That won't do. How about I get you to dig these tiles out? I'll let some more magma into that gap. I didn't really want any gas in here, but I suppose it's not enough to make a huge difference. Yeah, here we go. The Slickster is just watching. We have not done anything with Slicksters in this run. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe once we've done the Rust machine, if we have a bit more time, we'll make a Slickster ranch. Because I do not do that enough in this game. And it was eventually the plan. But I'm not really sure it makes much sense to do that until we actually get the petroleum boiler made, so... Otherwise, we're not actually going to need that much oil. And I feel like this is the source of CO2 for now. This little geyser. That produces, what, 120 grams per second? So how many Slicksters worth is this CO2 geyser? So 120 grams per second on average. This guy eats 20 kilograms per cycle of carbon dioxide, which is about... Oh, God. It's about 33 grams a second. It's not even enough for a single Slickster Ranch. Pathetic. You're grabbing all this stuff. You're going to try, anyways, Biobot. You do not have a lot of storage capacity. There are some storage bins up here. That's okay. Looks like we dumped some gold over here. Oh, yeah, the molten gold. That was funny. Yeah, you're going to skull just a little bit digging this out. That's fine. There you go. You poured some more magma down here. Congratulations. Oh! Oh, we need to get in here. There's some iron that's actually preventing this from flowing. Let's yellow alert. Oh, there's too much iron for us to actually deal with. I guess I'm gonna have to get someone to come down here and remove this. You know what? A biobot doing that? I think I'll actually accept that, because the biobot can go in here without causing issues. The chute is conveniently biobot shaped. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, because there's some stuff involved in the car I need to get sorted out, and I'm not sure whether they're going to be the garage is going to be finished with the car tomorrow or not. So I guess we'll find out. Right, the magma is pouring again. The biobot is Indiana Jonesing it away from the magma, but it's not quite fast enough. There you go. There's a fair bit of magma that's actually ended up over here because of the iron. We'll just leave the iron in there. We could probably release a little bit more magma if we really felt like it. We could get someone to dig this out. It's not that hot, but more mass is always better. The Escher fountains are still working just fine. Oh, it looks like you got rid of all that stuff. That's good. Right, we'll get rid of all the random liquids as well. We're pretty much finished with this. I think the duplicates are actually getting on with this fairly quickly. Let's just check. There's nothing actually up top that we still wanted them to do. I'm pretty sure this is all sorted. And the mercury lamps are 100% brightness, so that's good. The mercury has solidified. We've sufficiently cooled it down, apparently. Oh god, no, don't dig up the trees. Well, that's one way of solving the problem. We've got some more trees in here. They have not quite grown all their branches. What's the harvest etiquette on these? Yeah, the harvest etiquette is fine. And we have lots of pups roaming around down here, so they should start getting dumped in the other rooms. We're trying to put them all in here first, because these trees are all ready to get grown. But that's fine. But I just want to leave that to run passively. Oh, we got meteors? Nice. Do I actually care about that anymore? Not really. Wait a minute. I probably do care. The meteors are going to land on the nectar and ruin everything. I mean, how much are they actually going to ruin it by? I didn't consider this. I did not consider this at all. Also, I should probably actually put a joint plate here, right? Yes, and then that would stop the nectar from spilling over. We could put more nectar in here. Yeah, because if we let all the gas out of here because of the meteors, there's going to be a big problem with this design. God, it looks so wonky with these mercury lamps. But they're all working properly. Oh yeah, this is the mercury pipe, so it's supposed to be blocking up. That's fine. Cold as everything. So the cooling loop is set to minus 60. I think it's quite at that temperature. Let's try and. It's also trying to cool down the steam turbine, which is producing about 50 kD2s of heat. It's not a huge amount. Yes, I'm very curious about this. I'm very tempted to just speed it up. Let's see what's going to happen. Okay. I mean, it looks like it's flowing back out at the moment, but I think there is going to be some oxygen lost. Let's see. I don't think the nectar would immediately fill the gap. Then again, the snow is actually... Oh, I see, yeah, so some of the gas is coming out, but some of the snow is actually melting. Oh, that one came with oxygen? Interesting. Oh, the crushed ice asteroids do come with oxygen. Again, it's triggered again. Yeah, now you're just covered in water. That's not really ideal. I mean, I guess it means the gas seals fairly well. But the point of this was that we were actually harvesting the snow. It seems to me like I actually need to actively cool the liquid up here as well. Well, I was going to. I'm not sure how much point there is now that most of it's being replaced with water. Yeah, that's definitely something that I overlooked. I mean, for the most part, the gas pressure is holding up. Right, don't dig up the plant. Well, it could be worse. That's just the meteor. I'll look at that again when it's all finished. A carved lumen quartz, yes please. Wait. Oh right, this is smoking. Okay, that's fine. Remove this. Another biobot has died down here. I wonder why my thing keeps triggering. Also, I need to put this here. Right, why are you still triggering? That's very bizarre. Is the automation signal getting interrupted by a meteor? I don't think so. Oh, it's getting depowered. Because of transformer shenanigans. Right, I think that's a sign. So this wire, I think we will cut... Oh! Oh, the sulfur guys is erupting. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that needs fixing. Right, let's actually fix this over here. And then we'll move that out of the way. Right, I kind of thought you were just going to block yourself. How long have you been erupting for? Not long. Yeah, that's probably going to melt all this ice eventually. So let's see. To actually sort that out, I think we're going to have to dig this. Hope it doesn't melt the phosphorite. It shouldn't melt the phosphorite. It's not hot enough. Yeah, this is all just water now. All the meteors are just melting. I mean, if we have a look at the conveyor rail... Actually, it looks like a lot of it is surviving. And just a little bit of it has formed a layer of water on top. Okay, that's not too bad. But we are going to keep getting a notification for a while. Oh, right. I don't think you can actually fully get in here now. Let's just set up a ladder over here, and then that'll do. The pip has wandered over here to greener pastures. Oh, you can't get over here. Oh, right. Okay. Now you're full of crude oil. That's very funny. Let's actually put you over here as well. Seal, you have a lot of sucking to do. These trees need sucking. Yeah, I must say I'm relatively impressed by that. Right, what's the situation with this? Why can't we reach that ladder? Is it because we've disabled access? It's because we need a ladder here on this tile. That's fair enough. Right, you can finish this off. I believe in you. And then this is all going to be sealed on this side as well, except for this bit, which we're going to connect to the rust melter. We'll seal it for now. We're going to need to vacuum all of this anyways. I'm going to put the ladder here, because I'm pretty sure the petroleum boiler... I'm pretty sure we're just going to run it down here. I don't think we need the heat exchanger for the petroleum boiler to be huge. Because it's quite conductive. I want to save most of the space for the rust thing. Okay. I'm very happy we got the trees working at last, though. Wait, what's happening to you pups? You getting trapped by the ice? Wait, where are all the eggs? Where are all the eggs? Now I'm very confused. I'm gonna yellow alert dig this. I hope we haven't trapped the eggs. The conveyor receptacle is empty, so they shouldn't be caught up in any of this mechatronics. Go over the eggs. Oh, they were in here. Okay. Yeah, 12 eggs. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, now this is all water. And this is... Oh, I see what's happening. This is actually picking up ice, because the water is all freezing. And then there's not going to be enough nectar here to fill up the gap. Right, that's an... So, I think what this means is we actually do have to dump more nectar in here. But the annoying thing is we haven't actually put the drywall on that side. Let's actually seal this off. We'll put the drywall on this side as well, and then we can put a second layer of liquid on top. I think it is going to have to be nectar, and I think it is going to have to be cooled such the meteors don't actually melt it. And then this needs to go here to restrain the liquids. And then probably another airflow tile here. It's probably fine. Except then, the duplicates actually have to go... they can walk through the door. No, they can't walk through the door. They would literally have to descend here to get anywhere near this. I think what I would actually do is I put in a ladder here just so they can descend onto this top layer for access. Seems likely. I think I'm going to have to do this rather quickly because this water is going to freeze rather quickly. Let's actually Priority 9 this. How's this going? Yeah, you're mostly there. You're pretty quick with this. Joshua is a little bit scolded. Right, this is all going to go here. That's fairly uncontroversial. You can still build that. But none of that needs doing immediately. This could all be Priority 8 again now.
Hello there.
Hello, grey area. How are you? Good, hope you're doing well. Let's Priority 9 this ladder as well, so that we dump more magma in here. I mean, this magma is pretty easy to reach. We might as well grab that lot. How pressurized is this? Not very.
Thanks for the sub.
11 months, good cheers, smile.
Hooray, smile. Thanks very much. Great area. Oh, you've activated the puff cam as well.
Wow.
Wow. Indeed. Okay, alright, let's do it. Celebratory puff cam. You are, by far, the most consistent puff cam deemer. It must be said. Okay. Give me a sec. Yeah. Fish, be gone. We have become puffed. Yeah. 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 Okay. Puffed is here next to the lamp. And then also, look, I got a new Lego set. You get to see the new Lego set. It's a digital camera. It's pretty nice, isn't it? Hold on. Yeah, it's got like a little strap and everything. Yeah, there we go. Look, he's got a camera now as well as headphones. All right, sorted. Okay, let's release the rest of this magma as well because it amuses me. Then that could drip down there. This could drip down here. You can access all of this now. So let's actually Priority 9 dig this. You dupes love to dig magma. Right. That's probably going to take you a little minute. You built the ladder at least, so you can go in here and access everything. But is it going to be quick enough? I don't know. I mean, the nectar's still spreading out a little bit, but I'm pretty sure some of the nectar just got deleted. But I'm not immediately concerned. Keep going. Oh wow, he's going in here to grab, what, the rock? Oh, that's hilarious. Is that really the nearest granite? Hmm. How weird. We're gonna get to see anyone coming here. Suppose it's not an immediate priority. The nuclear fallout has gone into here. Is that an issue? I don't think that's an issue. Provided it doesn't make it all the way down to the actual volcano area, I think that's fine. Yes, I think we'll just watch them up here for now, because we do have to actually fix this. At least there's enough stuff here. We could probably dump more nectar in there. But we probably don't want to adjust any of this piping until that's all finished. Now, I'll probably just radiant pipe these segments rather than editing the whole loop at this point. Because it's only going to need a little bit of active cooling to stay cool, I think. Still been growing water weeds this whole time. Can you also fit this here? And the other thing is, so natural gas. Looks like I've set it up. Oh wait, it's full of steam. Wait. Why have we got steam in here? Oh god, this pipe's been bursting. Really? Yeah, the insulated tile is all hot. It's not good. Yeah, this has all gone too hot. Balls. Well, how do I solve that one? I'm not sure we do. Maybe we'll just leave that for now. We're not continuing this run forever. We'll let the issues start to accumulate and see what happens. Sounds fun. God, we're still shoving all this stuff in here. All little blobs of mercury. Not really. I love that we've got all the little pups running around down here, though. That makes me happy. Right, are you actually done? Seems like they're pretty much almost there. Yeah, and you just need to actually supply all of these. Okay, and when that's done, we can just actually continue the petroleum boiling bit. I'm confident we'll get that done today, even doing this in the meantime. Although, I would have preferred if you did more than one segment at a time. There you go. So how have you been today? Grey area? Oh, well, you've been good, cheers. Yes, that's what you meant by that. Oh, wait. What? Okay. I was not paying attention to Joshua. He's dead. He's not quite dead. Someone needs to come rescue him in the magma. I think you were just overly scolded earlier. Yeah, it's alright. Abe's coming through here. Abe is quick enough. He can come rescue Joshua. At least he got incapacitated in a suit. Joshua is still scolding. That does make sense. Yep, this is all fine. Yep. Yeah, I don't mind if that one oil well is disabled. It's not a huge issue to me. We do have the triage cots over here. So that should be nice and quick, right? Yeah, there you go. Bonk. He's alright. Not really too worried about him. More magma. Wow, this is filling up quickly. That's good. Anything else we want to dig? I mean, we can dig this. we may as well fill this with more magma. If for no other reason than to get rid of the magma. Oh wow, you're scalding just in here. No wonder you got incapacitated. Wow. Cringe. Yeah, there really is no escape for you from the scalding. Oh. Will we be able to rescue Amelia from here as well? Probably. Is this a risk that we take? For literally no reason, it might be. You're a quick digger. Oh, you can't reach that? Oh, well, this is all for nothing then. I think we need to set this to biobots only. That's what we need to do. So, oh wait. Obviously we can't do that while Amelia's scolding. Okay. Alright, we'll incapacitate Amelia as well. And then we'll make it biobots only. Yeah. Blech. It's fine. Although, I really hope the biobot is going to come rescue Amelia. Dang. Yeah, here we go. Here's Mima to save the day. And then once you're out of here, we'll just make it biobot access only. Because there's no point risking dupes doing this. Right, you can go here as well. He's in the tube! He is in the tube. Yeah. Go, Mima, go! We're alright. Does not look very well. No, do not thumbs up, Joshua. There you go. Alright. Right, now we disable access. That's what this door is for. And the magma volume continues to increase. I'm hoping doing this is also going to help get rid of the nuclear fallout. I think I have to dig this tile as well, so we can actually reach that tile. Oh, we can't biobot only this. No, we can't biobot only this. Because they can't, the biobots can't dig the obsidian. That is true. Well, then maybe we just get them to dig here. And then I can dig these tiles. We should seal... We'll keep that sealed either way. Because they should not be climbing all the way up through the magma. Under any circumstance. Right. So, let's have a think about this. So, we're going to put in a door here. This door is going to be made of steel for obvious reasons. And then we're going to have a hot plate, which is going to be made out of aluminium. Now, I've done this before, and it's melted. Actually, you know what? We've done this before, and it's melted the aluminium directly. So I think what maybe we'll do... We did do a temp shift plate, but then that transfers it to the tiles as well. What I could do is I could lower it 2 levels. We could put in a door and a diamond block, and then another door, and then an aluminium block. Maybe? I don't know. Let's give ourselves a bit more room. We're going to have to vacuum this all out as well. So I guess we are going to have to seal this up. Because there should not be any gas in here. At all. You know what? We'll hold off on that. Right, let's see. So, door. We need the door to prevent this from getting too hot. Maybe we just put in the temperature plates. Yeah, maybe we just put in the temperature plate and then we just double seal this. Or double thickness this. Or maybe what we do, maybe what we actually do, let's put in an automation switch just so we can turn this on off, and then we'll hook up the actual automation in a bit. Make this out of gold. Oh, this one will need to be made out of steel. Oh, whatever. It's 20 gold. It's 20 material. Let's just make it all out of steel. So that's going to go there. I think what I'll do is I'll just make this out of aluminium, and then we'll just make sure this is filled up with a load of oil to start, and then it can come down here. Yeah. So we'll just fill it up with a load of oil to start. We'll need a thermosensor in here. That's probably what's going to actually activate this door. And we'll make that out of gold because oh no, we'll just make this all out of steel. Whatever. We don't want this to melt under any circumstances, do we? We've got enough steel. And I'll plug that in later. And then, yeah, what I'll do is I'll fill this all with oil. And then boil it all into petroleum. And then we'll probably put the vent here. This could just be made out of aluminium ore, probably. And then I want every row of the petroleum boiler to actually be a 2-wide column. And this insulated tile can be igneous rock. Maybe we'll just fit it in this really narrow bit here. I think that makes sense. Because we want as much space as possible for the rust heat exchanger. And we also actually need access to the rust heat exchanger. I did not fully consider this. We should be able to access it through here, but we're just going to need to seal this somehow. I think what we could do, right? This bit here. We'll keep this as obsidian. I think what we actually do is we deconstruct this. Then we put that here. That should stop any oil from coming out of here. And then I'm going to have to adjust this slightly. So we'll probably just make this a ladder. And then that can be like a liquid lock. So what I could actually do is I could put another ladder here. And then we can just dump a little bit of oil off of here, and that will fill in these tiles. Oh, it should be petroleum, because this is all going to end up as petroleum up here. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah. Once the diggers have both healed, then they'll go and do the rest of the magma and release some more of that for us. Right, so let's see.
Imagine that.
Shen! What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? How have you been? I see you've been enjoying Tropico recently. I've been enjoying Tropico recently. Although, I must say, the fire alarm in that game, the fire bell when there's a fire, it's way too loud. It was jump scaring me a little bit. I hope you're doing well. We are going to be setting up a petroleum boiler. What we're going to do, so we've got our big magma volcano over here. And we're going to, we've got it filled with lots of magma. And we've got the switch where we can flick the switch, connect these two diamond plates, and then all the heat will transfer from the magma into this big spike. That's going to go all the way over here once we fill it in. And then we're going to put some oil here. We've got a door here that's going to activate the heat transfer when the oil reaches the right temperature. And that's going to boil it into petroleum at about, let's see, crude oil. At about 403 degrees C. That's definitely how this all works in real life. And then what we're going to do is it's going to flow. We're going to make a snake of tiles. All the petroleum is going to flow down here. And we're going to run the pipe full of crude oil past it. So the petroleum is going to preheat the crude oil to reduce the amount of heat we need to dump into the petroleum from the volcano. That's very important. If we have a long heat exchanger, like going down this whole column, then it should reduce the amount of heat we need to use a lot. And then we could save most of this heat for melting rust, which is the other project I wanted to do today. Your understanding of this game stopped about 2 hours after hitting start. This is wild to me. Yeah, we've done a lot. Hope you're having a good day, Joyce Mallard. Oh, by the way, I've been turned into a puffed temporarily. This is what I actually look like. Hello, I'm Arizu Gaming. But someone redeemed 10,000 channel points, so we're a puffed for the time being. Yes, it is Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you very much for the follow. This is the Blasted Series run. So we started on a frosty asteroid that was surrounded by really cold snow. Thank you very much for the follow, Goat03. Enjoy your fishy froggy emotes. So this asteroid was surrounded by lots of cold snow. We've dug most of that out and industrialized it. It's still relatively cold in the base, but we've been rapidly heating everything else up and everything's been melting. And we're nearing the end of accomplishing all of our goals for this playthrough. So we're kind of letting stuff collapse a little bit and see what happens. Wait, why are we getting overheat damage in here? What? We shouldn't be getting any overheat damage in here. Oh, it's a door? Oh, okay, that's fine. Human! Remove the human. No humans allowed. Is Blasted Series always a frost start? So it's a lab seed. Also, hello, almost Emily. It's a lab seed, but the map is generated randomly. So there's random geysers, random biomes surrounding the frost biome. I'm not sure if this biome with the cold snow is always fixed at the same dimensions, but it is always the same start, yes. And then underneath all of this, there is actually a gap into space. And there is magma all over the top of this zone, underneath the vacuum. So that's very hot. And then there's also this weird thing down here called the geothermal heat pump that you find. And it lets you heat up any liquid you pump into it by 150 degrees. So we're just shoving as much water as we physically can into this pump. And that's how we're generating all of our power, because it's literally free steam. And we're using it to do all sorts of shenanigans, including this. Although this doesn't require any power, this just requires some nous. But we're gonna get sorted. How are we gonna get in here? I think I have to open this up temporarily. I'll open this up temporarily so we can fit this in. Sorry for blasting when she's ever blur. That's rude. Oh, don't worry about it. You're not being that rude. You're not being rude at all. I don't know why I qualified it with that. I always like it when people ask questions. We did just incapacitate 2 dupes. We had them climb up the magma shaft to dig out some more tiles. We're going to have them try and go in from this way. I'm trying to slowly drain all of the magma from the biome into our storage, but emphasis on slowly, because magma is very viscous. We're never going to be able to get all of it. I just wanted to grab some of it. And our diggers are currently over here, laid up. I should probably actually put a lamp over here. Not that I intend to regularly cause these guys distress, but it's certainly possible. Also, this zone here, we accidentally dumped a load of salt water on it. So that's why there's all this sand and igneous rock and molten metal and stuff, because all our pipes and wires just melted as soon as we got a load of steam in here. Here is some steam we didn't quite manage to get rid of. And then obviously this whole bit is full of steam. Because all the water pumping comes out of these geovents. We had a very small setup over here, and then we expanded it. So that's the remnants of that. Right, I believe we're nearly done with this. So all I need you to do now is build the door, the wire, the metal tire. So we want this thermosensor to activate the door and open it and stop the heat transfer once it gets to about 403 degrees, probably a little bit higher, just for some actual buffer. But once that metal tile is built, we can start pouring oil in here. And now I think about it, I probably actually want to do this. I probably want to do this and go over here. Hello, Christopher Mino. Yes, let me acknowledge all the rest of you raiders. Hello, the Siroth. Hello, Urg800. Hello, Arkham Dagson. Hello, Dirtchimp. Hello, Acrutch. And of course, hello, Shen. Hope you've all been having a pleasant Wednesday. I have been out on site all day, so I am quite pleased to be back with some oxygen not included. Oh, we need a power wire for this. Yes, that makes sense. We had a wire in here. I think we just need to make this bit out of steel. And then this bit can be made out of gold. And then this can just probably snake down here. I don't want to make the whole wire out of steel. Actually, you know what? Let's just... Yeah. Just bring it down here. Yeah, let's just put it here. Just chatted with an old friend that leads IT security. He sent out 2 emails and a phishing check. First one was a long message automating a decline of PTO and asked people to correct the dates as they were a year and 1 + 2 days by clicking a link. Second email was worded something like, the IT team is aware of the frustrations caused by the periodic phishing simulations. If you feel you do not need this training, please click here to opt out. And like half the company clicked the second link. Oh my god, yeah. We've had some nuts stuff like that happen recently. It is amazing the lack of general thought that people put into clicking on emails. Some plastic. Yeah, all the dupes are pretty happy. We've got a lot of stuff sorted out. Our farm is kind of overheating a little bit. Why is that? We have a nectar aquatuna loop down here, but it does not seem to actually be keeping up with the temperature requirements. I wonder why that is. I mean, the outside of the map is pretty hot. There's also a fair amount of heat transfer into this door. So that's probably not helping. This map is like 50 degrees now. There's also some heat transfer over here through this liquid, which is admittedly probably not very much. I think the base in general is just getting slightly too hot. It may be a case where I actually need to plug in another thermo aquatuna to handle all of this cooling. And then we need to expand all of that, but I don't know. We're pretty close to actually wrapping up this playthrough, so I don't want to commit too much to just fixing stuff now. I just kind of want to explore and have fun. So this all needs to be priority 9. This is all sealed off now, so we could dump the oil in here. Let's actually just dump the oil in here. It's made a mess. Why are you making a mess? Why are you peeing? There's toilets right here, mate. We've set up our bathroom loops so that it's prioritizing the duplicate bathroom waste over the random geyser water that we're feeding to the sleepweeds. And also, this water is even backing up because of the temperature issues. So, I don't really know what the issue is here. This should not be backing up under any... Oh! Oh, I guess it could be backing up if this pipe backs up all the way. And then... Yeah, then the bathroom water might accumulate. I don't know. I think we consume enough water constantly with the sleepweeds. It's always going to handle the bathroom output. I think we'll be fine. Oh, look, we've got more petroleum coming up here as well. Yeah, this probably isn't helping the whole heat situation. This pipe is insulated, though. So, I'm hoping it's not causing the issue. We have made a fair amount of butter over here now. That's good. Right, I wasn't paying attention to this at all. We now have a gap. So the gas is rushing out. So we need to dump more nectar up here. The nectar got blasted away by some meteors. I think what I need to do is I need to add more and I need to actively cool it. So, let's see. This is something I do want to fix because we just got the Spigot seals up and running. And I want to see what they're doing. Looks like we have made some aluminium. I probably actually want to make these pipe segments out of aluminium. Feels a bit silly having these conduction panels here now, but whatever. What should we actually gonna put in here? Maybe I'll leave that for now. We're just gonna keep refining aluminium until it's all done. But the important thing is we built all the drywall, so now we should just be able to dump a load of nectar in here. Do we actually have any nectar? No. What about enable auto bottle? No, we need some more. How's it looking over here? Do we actually... We don't have any left because it's all been pumped into the cooling loop, right? Yeah, this is all backed up now. Right, we don't actually need any more nectar in here now. So let's cut this off. And then I think... we reactivate this. Send green signal if below 2,000 kilograms. Yeah, dump all the nectar. Oh, and turn off the pump. So let's deactivate the pump. And then we'll fill this with nectar. And then I'll just get him to sweep a load of it up. That will probably do. It's not... It doesn't... We don't need a huge amount. There you go. Right, let's continue. So, this is done. So, we need to dump oil in here. I could probably just remove this. Because the oil will all flow down here. And then this forms the vacuum seal that we need to actually get stuff sorted out. Yeah, this could be oil, this could be petroleum. This will be a vacuum, so it shouldn't actually conduct any heat. And then what we'll do as well is we'll shove a steel pump over here. And then that can vent out into the environment over here, I guess. And then that pipe could just come over here. And then we can start vacuuming out this whole area, because that's going to be very annoying. And that can just be gold wire. That's fine. That's fine, that won't melt. So... writing down all of that. Ah, looks like well-bred grapefruit is here. What are you up to? Oh, you are digging? Okay, that's interesting. Well, you shouldn't actually scold, because all the nuclear fallout is kind of just evaporating over here. That is certainly a sentence that exists. Right, I need you to dig here as well. And then you should be able to get in there. There's probably also some merit to removing this, but I don't think we can actually get anyone up here. This is all a big stretch. Right, how's it looking? Did we actually dump all that nectar? I hope we did. Oh, this is all still water. Right. Don't mind the snow tiles melting. The Wanderer. All the more reason why so many phishing emails have their payloads and unsubscribed content. Yes. What a mad world. I misread that. I thought it said Marie's cruise skill level modifier raised to 1. That'd be very funny. Osman's idle. What? Silly dupes. They're enjoying the wind tunnel. The balloon is not enjoying the wind tunnel. Yeah, we got 7.5 million stored calories up in here now. It's crazy. This is why I'm mildly concerned about the freezer actually being overloaded. Because if this doesn't actually get to freezing temperature, this food isn't going to get to freezing temperature. But it generally all still looks deep frozen. But the issue is now the conveyor rail is backed up. Now, I've had an issue before where it's, for some reason, just stopped transferring temperature to all of these foods. I think it was a bug, but as you can see, it just dropped off a little payload. So it is running, it's just not running quickly enough. Because we're producing way more food than we can actually cool down. Because so much heat is being generated by the rest of the base. Yeah, we're kind of struggling to cool this all now. The thing is, if I was going to shove in another thermoacrotuner, it would be very annoying. Because these things draw a lot of power. They're efficient at what they do, but they draw a lot of power. I think we'll just leave it. Right, I want to shut this for now. And then we can seal this off again. Can you actually reach this? I thought this was someone's errand. I guess it's the Biobot's errand now. And can we also get a pitcher pump over here? I would love that, because then we just pitcher pump as much oil as we want out of the map for getting us set up. I was going to build the rest of the stuff down here as well. But I think we honestly actually just need to get... Yeah, we just need to get the vacuum sorted first. Because there's no point trying to do any of this if there's gas which is going to conduct the heat where we don't want it to conduct. Food temperature can get stuck if it was in a powered refrigerator before getting put on the rails. Really? That's interesting. Joshua is back. You can reach that, but you're going to really struggle to reach it, I think. Yes, more magma for the magma gods. That's going to be very annoying, isn't it? How about we dig that tile? Our quest for more magma continues. This is stacking up quite quickly. I think it's just because the magma is so viscous, it's still struggling to flow down here. But we're up to about, I don't know, like 75 tons per tile now. It's going pretty well. Oh, Abe's trapped now? Why are you trapped? Oh, because we need to build this tile. Okay, I'm pretty sure we have the material in here to do this. This could be igneous rock. It doesn't disconnect from the refrigerator properly, because so it keeps getting its temperature adjusted towards 1 degree C. You know, I think that's actually what we saw. I think that's actually what we saw a while ago. It was bugged. Yeah, look. Yeah, look, they're at 1C. I mean, some of these are cooling down. Maybe? It honestly does look like most of the conveyor is just filled with sleepweed grains that are at a fixed temperature. That's so weird. Well, that's not good. Because this food is probably going off while it's on the thing. I had it powered initially. I think I'm just going to have to tell them to stop. The problem is we were making so many sleepweed grains that they were getting shoved in the freezer before they actually got shoved in here. But I don't think we have that issue anymore. So we'll just not load the refrigerators. These ones are getting loaded with pinch of peppers, which is just being used for cooking. We're not bothering to put it in the refrigerator. So hopefully that will eventually solve the issue. But I don't want to commit that much time to it. Right, this nectar is cooling down now. You might need to unpower the refrigerator to get the currently stuck ones free. Okay. Yeah. Is that actually how that works? That would be crazy if disconnecting it causes the temperature change. Yeah, it's not exchanging. Yeah, these still aren't exchanging temperature. I could reload it. I think that fixed it last time, reloading it. Yeah, we'll reload for a minute. And then we'll see if that fixes it, because we need to make sure that the food is alright. We don't really need to make sure the food is alright. They've got plenty of food. We'll do this anyways, though, and we'll have a look at the fish. It's an interesting bug, though. For sure. Fish time. Oh, wait. I didn't fully consider this. So, the fish cam is normally here, but I moved it over here because we've redeemed puffed cam. So, this is now the fish cam. And it's also the Lego cam, because I made a new Lego set. It's like a little digital camera. Or a film camera. Thank you very much for follow, Kenyenke. Enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. Yes, how are the frogs doing? I think the frogs are doing well. I think they're enjoying their new plant home. It looks like they're in the corner, frisky again. So we won't elaborate on that too much. Perhaps it doesn't notice the refrigerator being unpowered since the food isn't there anymore. Maybe. Maybe.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you very much for follow Clam Alpha. Whiskers sends the regards. There's the emotes. They're a little bit late. Guys, I've got to admit, I cannot find the website where I actually programmed the emote shower. So if anyone remembers where that's actually set up, please let me know, because I want to adjust it. But I cannot find it in my history. It's a tool. I've seen a few people use it. Right, let's go back to oxygen included now. So the food that stays connected to 1 degree C object that makes refrigerators work. The food just stays connected to that 1 degree C object. Yeah, because now if we go in here, this fixed it before. Yeah, now it's all conducting heat again. Because it's 20 kilograms of sleep wheat. Yeah, there we go. Very weird. How many sleep wheat grains do we actually have in here? Not a lot. Okay, we'll just have to leave it like that then. Plants have died. Yes, plants have died. So yeah, we're building this plate out of aluminium because it's the most conductive material. It's way more conductive than diamond, but it melts. Thankfully, the melting point is not until after the petroleum boiling point, so it should be fine. We still need to actually hook this up. It's priority 9. Oh, I need to reactivate... Do I need to reactivate missions in here? I don't think I do. Surely the biobot is going to get on this. No? Oh, right. Biobots can't build conductive wires. Okay. Re-enable access. Alternatively, now that I think about it, it probably makes more sense to make this a conductive wire bridge. Yes. We'll do that. And then we can restrict access through here again. My understanding that refrigerators work by connecting the food with an infinite mass 1 degree C object. How bizarre. Very odd. Right, we need to set up some more gas pumps in here, because we could tile this whole area, but that seems like a big faff. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to put 4 gas pumps in. We're going to put, let's see, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Just going to set them up. And that's all going to run off of this wire. So that's just going to go this. I think. We'll get all that gas out of there. You do need to build a pitcher pump down here as well. Please and thank you. Looks like you've dumped the first blob of oil. That's good. So this is now... once we build a little tile here and delete it, that will form a vacuum seal. And then that's going to be completely heat-proof and completely gas-proof, provided we don't bring anything through here that's hot enough to boil oil. And provided that the petroleum level doesn't get high enough to go over here. But that's why we're putting the vent in here. Worst case, is just boils petroleum. I probably should just dump petroleum in here. Whatever. That's fine. Now, this conductive wire bridge is probably going to leak heat between the two insulated tiles. But, yeah, it is. See? But they're both relatively cold, so that's not an issue. They're not, notably, they're not actually in contact with the magma. Just in contact with the tile, and it's a vacuum in between. Looks like the nuclear fallout in here deleted itself. Going on with all of this magma. Being very silly. Right, so now that means I can connect this. Cancel that. And now I can start vacuuming out all the gas. And I put one up here because it's in this isolated area. I'm going to put the rest down here. These are all going to be priority 9. Oh, wow. You're actually already doing the tile. That's pretty funny. You actually found out the hard way that if you make an open air -40 or -80 freezer in ONI, you can't even use unpowered refrigerators in order to store ingredients. You have to use ration boxes. Really? It's a big oversight. That's not very cash money. Right. In any case, so the petroleum is going to dip down here. So I think what we'll do is... Yeah, you're fine. The refrigerators will try and heat the ingredients to 1C. Lol. That's very funny. I think we'll do it like this. And I'm going to do it like this for now, just so that we can still access most of this. Oh, wait, that doesn't need to be that. Yeah. The gas is going to take longer to come out of these packets, which is why I'm going to prioritize building this last. Also, I'm kind of aware this is not going to be as long a heat exchanger as we normally have for a petroleum boiler. Normally, we make it quite a bit longer, but I think I kind of overkill it a little bit normally. So, I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Then, it's going to go in here. And I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is put the pump down here. So, this is going to be a steel pump. This is going to take the petroleum out after it's cooled off. We're going to put a hydro sensor in here. Actually, let's put this in the corner. This is not going to be the most efficient one ever, by the way. Like, I am properly sleep deprived at the moment, but it is going to be functional. Hopefully. So that'll do. The aim is to get it finished today. Right, let's make this out of gold. Because we don't want to actually start pumping the petroleum until there's a certain amount left in here. Are you idle? Oh, I see what we've done. Okay. Wait, what? Really? Oh, just this. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, remove that. Like many things in this game, the refrigerators are just smoke mirrors and duct tape. Yeah. I'd assume the length of the heat exchanger is fairly diminishing returns. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a minimum length for it to work, but like after that, the longer it is, the less important it is. That being said, I noticed there was a big improvement to the efficiency of the rust melter, having a larger heat exchanger than the petroleum boiler. I presume because the temperature range is so much higher. And possibly because the heat capacity of rust is higher. Let's actually check that once the game is rolled over the day. I'm going to turn off puffed mode in about 20 minutes, I think. But yeah, let's have a look at this. So, petroleum. So the heat capacity of petroleum is not super high. It is like 0.176. And then for crude oil, I believe it's slightly higher. No, it's lower. It's 1.69. Wait, what is this star steppy thing? A rust melter? No. So this is just us pouring all the magma from the magma biome into our volcano storage. Magma is extremely viscous. So we've actually got this star step thing here, specifically so that there's enough surface for it to actually pour down from the side of our steam room. And thankfully, it actually just about managed to fit. I'm quite pleased about that. You have 8 volcanoes on the map. I'm aware I pumped so much back. Yeah. Normally, I like to condense the magma into igneous rock first. But the melting point of rust is actually higher than the freezing point of magma. So we have to keep it liquid to use it for a rust melter. Now, if we go back to the rust, the heat capacity... No, not the biome. The heat capacity of rust is actually lower. It's 0.449. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. I was completely wrong. Then the heat capacity of iron is 0.449 as well. That's interesting that it's the exact same heat capacity. Oh, wow. Look, they're all here. Hooray! Yeah, rust is an awful conductor, which is a real thing. You can test in real life with cast iron pans. Yes, that is true. Use horizontal airlocks to push it along a bit, or would that be way too much work for a result? I probably wouldn't bother. There's so much magma. Like, we've got so much magma in here. We've got like 70 tons per tile in here at the moment. I'm not fussed about leaving a little bit over here. Frankly, the less complex all of our magma processing is, the better. You're very nearly done. Oh, we need to hook up the pipes. That's another thing we need to do. So, I guess that's just going to go here, right? And then, just like this. Yeah, that'll do. This is all sour gas. There's no other gases in here, I don't think. Yeah. Ask me how we got all this sour gas. You won't believe the answer. Oxide layers are almost always poor conductors. Yeah, it makes sense. So in summary, the actual amount of heat energy we should need to melt rust is similar to the amount of heat energy it takes to boil petroleum, or boil crude oil into petroleum. It's about 4 times the temperature range, and it's about a quarter of the heat capacity. Oh, yeah, let's actually look at the conductivity of rust as well. Yeah, rust has a conductivity of 4. That's pretty low. It's so easy to forget that plastic will boil. Yeah, I don't think we're doing any plastic here. Oh, no, this wasn't from boiling plastic. We literally... Okay, here's the funny thing. This sour gas, we didn't boil it. It was all released naturally from the map. There was the fossil. There was the, oh, what's it called? The magma fossil for the fossil story trait. The dig site. And that is surrounded by magma, normally, in abyssalite. But there was a breach. It came into contact with an oil biome, and it stored hundreds of tons. It wasn't hundreds of tons. It was like... I don't know how it happened, but basically a whole oil biome got boiled into sour gas, and then somehow got shoved into one tile. And then it all got released. We literally did not boil any of this. We boiled a little bit up here when we were setting up the steam room, and then we pumped it into this room. But this is like a tiny amount. Hello, oh gods, why is it purple? We were just explaining this. This was naturally occurring sour gas from the magma fossil. Believe it or not, all the stuff we did with the magma volcano over here and dumping the magma biome in did not result in all of this sour gas. This has been here for ages. You missed several episodes. Yeah, fair enough. It is all on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel where all the VODs are. You can just build a nice little condenser and make some free natural gas and sulfur. We could do that. Fossil turns into sour gas. No. It was this thing. It was the petrified fossil area. It's a story trait area, but it's surrounded by magma. This particular petrified fossil was. And there was abyssite, but there was a leak in the abyssite. So all the heat from the magma got dumped into an oil biome. And somehow, it boiled the whole oil biome, into sour gas. And then it stored it all in one tile somehow. I have no idea how it happened. And then we accidentally dug into it. There was an episode, there was a stream where I specifically pointed out we must not dig this tile. And we forgot. So, yeah, that was fun. Right, we need to do this pipe next. Otherwise, this thing's going to be working overtime. Abyssite leaks are the bane of Oni's existence. Yeah, it's funny, because A, there could be a leak, and B, it could just be flaking. Because if the abyssite itself is really hot, like this abyssite, it will leach its heat, even though it's supposed to not conduct anything, due to game mechanics. And abyssite, most people don't know, or think about, has a heat capacity of 4, which is almost the same as water. So it's basically a tile of 500 kilograms of steam at 1,369 degrees. And the whole map is surrounded by it. This whole magma biome is. So, if you have a gas touching all this hot abyssite, it's a huge amount of heat. One day I really hope things like warnings and graffiti are things that players could do to remind themselves to not mess with this tile. Oh man, yeah, I just straight up forgot. What's going on over here? Mercury. Mercury's happened. Right. Do we actually dump any nectar in here? I don't think they mopped it from down here. Oh, they dumped it straight back in here, haven't they? Yes, that's definitely what they... Okay. Zoom it up. Yeah, with 8 volcanoes, I had to dig out so much scorching hot abyssite, and it's funny, you can literally forget you have 1,700 abyssite chunks just lying around the floor. Yeah, because as debris, it doesn't leach any heat out. It does have a conductivity of 0 in that specific case. So digging it out completely neutralizes it. Very weird. How's the food conveyor looking? It's still backed up, but... I don't know, I think this is fine now. Whatever, I'm not going to worry about it too much. The food does come out of the gas range hot, by the way. Yeah, we got the guys in here building the pipe. That's fine. Does it have conductivity while on rails? I don't believe so. People do melt it somehow, though. People build abyssite melters to melt it into tungsten. So there must be a way to conduct heat with it. Yeah. I've never done it, but yeah, there must be some way to conduct heat into it, so I guess it makes sense it has conductivity on wet rails. Yeah, so that's the thing. If you dig up a load of it and then you also sweep the area, then you could accidentally dump a load of heat. Also, look, so now I've got a vacuum here, so there's no gas going over here. Also, we got a shine bug in here. This, oh, it's a sun bug. Wow. We have a random wild sun bug in here. He's going to get roasted by a petroleum boiler. I should probably actually put this here. Yeah, we'll do that. That wire needs to go in here. I think what I'll do is I'll make this steel. And then... I really don't want to make that whole wire steel, so I'm just going to make it gold and have it come down here. Oh, I've made a boo-boo. Look. It's fine. I know how to fix this. Well, that's not quite it. That's fine. We're gonna remove all this later anyways. We can leave it all in here for now. In real life, sour gas is a mix of propane, benzene, butane, and a few other anes. The idea is having a light or fire source at the sour gas atmosphere is concerning. Briefly concerning. Yeah. Yeah, you don't really want to expose sour gas to hot magma in real life, do you? Right, I'm switching back to me now. I hope you've enjoyed the pufty time. There we go. And I'm going to move the camera back as well. Okay. That's fish cam. Oh, by the way, I also lowered the price on the fish cam redemption because I noticed no one was doing it. I do it quite a lot on my own anyways. I like to do it on my own anyways. So I thought I'll just reduce the amount of points to compensate for that. Come on, game load. Just noticed in the last 5 seconds, yeah. We have been puftified indeed. Now we're back. So, the oil. We actually want to run the oil through here. So, normal liquid pipe is fine. We'll make it out of obsidian, I guess, because there's a load of obsidian down here. So, we want to counter exchange this. I think what we'll do is we'll bridge it over the diamond. So it doesn't conduct any heat with the diamond. And then that's going to go over here. And that's just going to run up here past the petroleum. Now, obviously, if we made this one tile deep, these channels, we could fit a lot longer of a channel in here, and it would be a more efficient... it'd be a more efficient... Oh, God, I've forgotten the term. Heat exchanger. But we don't need it to be unbelievably efficient. I would much rather have the dupes be able to go in and out of anything that we build, so they can modify it as necessary. That's like a pretty general rule I have. Now, I believe you want the last few segments here to be radiant pipe. We'll adjust this a little bit. Then that can go in there. Right, you need to build all of this as well. Right, where's the smart batteries? Show me. Oh, yeah, how are we actually going to deal with that? What on earth is the plan? How do we get so much water in here? What happened? Right, I think I'm just going to remove these. And we're going to put some mesh tiles in. And we're going to put the steam, smart batteries in there. And then this wire is just going to go up here. And this is all going to be yellow alert because I do not want to forget about this again. At the moment, you're just trying to figure out how to ranch Dreco. We did a video on that. It was a while ago. It was one of the Sandbox Showcase videos. I quite like doing a build where we feed them pincher peppers that have been heated by a metal refinery. That's how I like to do it in the early game. And then A, that lets us refine metal. It gives us somewhere to dump all the heat. And B, you get to ranch Drecos. Yeah, just do that. Who's got unreachable food? What? Oh, a mercury tile. Oh, okay, that's funny. Alright, what's going on, game? Okay, there's lots of nectar in here now. The nectar is warm. So now I think we're at the point where we build more aluminium pipe. And for now, I think I'll just do it over here. Radiant pipe. That should do. And then that should freeze all the water, and then all the nectar should flop over. You do mine with pinch of pepper nuts in a pure hydrogen atmosphere, and you can use polluted water either from bathrooms or a polluted water vent. Yeah, that's true. Bathroom water is warm enough if you insulate it. I know a lot of people use mealwood. I find pepper's better. Yeah, I tend to do mealwoods for the glossy Drecos. Usually what I do. But yeah, I quite like that build because we combine it with like the Wheezeworts for radiation science and all that jazz. I have literally just copied it from that video once or twice. But we're not doing any Drecos this time. For fairly obvious reasons. I just wanted to play with the Frosty Planet Pack critters only. We'll mix it up a bit more on the next run. Wow, this biome looks so different now. Right. Zitch. There's just too much sour gas in the pipe. They're not all running at once. That's probably fine. I don't really want to set up a extra pipe for this. We're not getting any empty packets, are we? Yeah, no, it's fine. Mealwoods for Glossy Draco now, and I think I do want... yeah, it is for Glossy Dracos, indeed. Right, I guess I'll probably eat all of this now. And then the actual petroleum. So that is going to be cold petroleum. And that is literally going to plug in here. Balls. Right, so let's have a think about this. So that can go down here. We'll bridge it across here. And then I think I'll probably just run it in an insulated pipe down here. Although this could probably be a regular pipe. This is all the same temperature as the petroleum is going to come out at anyways. So let's just make it a regular liquid pipe and then run it down here. And then that one can come up here. I'm sure there's going to be some consequence of doing this, but whatever. And then I think I will literally just feed it straight on here. You're playing with access to nectar. I find Glossy Draco has been kind of a hassle compared to just using nectar with a plastic refinery. That is also true. That's also why we haven't bothered with Dracos, because it literally is easy enough to make plastic with nectar that there's no real major reason to. I think that's fine. And that will also... Well, we can just disable the oil refinery in here, to be honest, once this is done. It's still yellow alerting. Oh. Because Biobot's doing it. That's fine. You know, her Frosty Planet Pack? Oh, no! I should... Oh, my God. You know what? I should do a giveaway at some point. Give out some Frosty Planet Packs. That'd be fun. Maybe once we reach the headphones goal, maybe that's what I'll do. Because I'm trying to think of new funding goals. Because any revenue generated by the stream is 100% reinvested back into the stream. That's the plan. Wow, we're up to... Oh, okay. It's funny how the magma just jumps around between tiles a lot. Oh, has this just erupted? We should get a alert every time this erupts. Your current spaced out base is on cycle 3200 and have spent the last 700 cycles to remove mixed gases from everywhere. Oh, I know, it's so annoying. We'll get them all out of here. Might just take a little bit of time. Do I actually just want to set up multiple pipes? Is that really going to be the constraint on this? We have more stuff to build in the meantime. I really just don't want to dump the heat into this. Into the sour gas. We need to vacuum out the whole room anyways to do the rust stuff. Yeah, you can build all this pipe in the meantime. You can reach all of this, that's fine. This sour gas is getting hotter. That's kind of surprising. I was going to put a Weezewort in here to get rid of the last of these zombie spores. That's why with Glossy Draco is a normal Draco, I can't see a single slime biome, so it's literally mandatory for me to get reed fiber. Yeah. Yeah, Mammoths being good for reed fiber is also the other reason we haven't done Dracos. You haven't found a single thimble reed. That's very unfortunate. This is why I put thimble reeds as S tier on my plants tier list. It's the only S tier. Because if it is the plant that is probably going to most define how your run goes. Because if you have access to thimble reeds, you'll probably just use them for reed fiber and for sorting out your bathrooms. But if you don't have them, you have to do Drecos. And that changes how your game goes in the beginning. Yes, plants like the arbitrary are probably more impactful late game. But I feel like that doesn't define the run as much. Oh yeah, the volcano's erupting now. Hooray! Volcano. There you go. We've geotuned it by 4 times. So it's erupting 483.4 kilograms per second of magma at 2,326 degrees C. So that's all shoving in here and increasing the temperature a lot. Each eruption cycle is about 25 tons of magma, so not a huge amount, but enough to help. Is it possible that a pip has eaten your thimbleweed seed? Or planted it somewhere? Pips don't eat seeds. Oh, maybe a pacu ate the seed. That can happen. You need to be really careful when digging the seeds around pacus. That's something we haven't done in a while. Oh my god, look at all the biobots just running around on the floor. That's so weird. Pacu do not exist yet either. Really? Oh, because you haven't found the marsh biome. Fair enough. Man, that's unfortunate. I should put some portraits in here. That'd be pretty funny. Unironically, that would be a funny idea. More thermal conductivity? Maybe. Seeing a lot of rust biome. Nice. I'm becoming a big fan of the rust biome. It's so much metal for metal ore. And setting up rust deoxidizers is about as easy as setting up electrolyzers. Like, if we go up and have a look at my rust deoxidizer setup while we're getting this big loop built. There's going to be a little bit of trial and error with this as well. So, yeah. We've literally set them up so that they're submerged in liquids, small amounts of 2 different liquids. So, because the gases come out of this tile, use a self-powered deoxidizer. Try making one. I'm curious to see it. What? What? Do you mean self-powered because of the heat increase? I mean, the outputs don't generate any heat on themselves. You get the oxygen, you get the iron ore. So it's definitely not self-powered, but if you feed the chlorine to Dash's salt vines, it gets pretty close to salt neutral. It's like the salt vines produce, I think, about 67% of the salt you need to run it from the chlorine output. You do have to put a little bit of sand in. That make a tiny rust hydro to get started when I have the biome. Yeah, I mean, we haven't been shoving. Yeah, we haven't got salt in here. I think our brine geyser is currently offline. Oh, speaking of which, how much is our sand level? Yeah, we've still got plenty of sand. We did resort to rock crushing for sand for a little while. But yeah, if you do it like this, the oxygen tends to sink to the bottom and the chlorine tends to go to the top. And if you do salt vines, then you have 5 salt vines per deoxidizer and it works. And there is a video on the YouTube channel as well for Sandbox Showcase. It's on there. And the main reason I do this is not the oxygen. We just got the oxygen sitting here at like 1 ton per tile. The main reason is the metal ore. Because there are hundreds of tons of rust in rust biomes. And you'll run out of metal ore, and then you'll wonder where to get more, and you're like, oh yeah, well the rust lying around the map. And these things aren't super fast. They're only going to produce at a max of 400 grams per second, or 240 kilograms per cycle. But it's alright. It does come out at 75 degrees C or above. But the thing is, you're putting 750 grams of rust in to get 400 grams of iron ore. So that's slightly higher than 50% efficient. But the reason we want to build a rust melter later is because that's 100% efficient at turning rust into refined iron. If you put this iron ore into a metal refinery, you're only getting about half the value. You set up the chlorine so it just gets stuffed into a couple of airflow tiles and ignored. Yeah, that's pretty much what we've done here. We did set it up so we can pump it into some gas reservoirs if we need to, but we haven't actually bothered. Oh, hold on. Sweep this up. Oh, where's all the pee? Why are people peeing here? Get it out of here. Thimbleweed seeds do not exist. Should I try to play around with the Sweetles? Sweetles are good if you have a sulfur geyser. If you have a sulfur geyser, you've got renewable sulfur. You can turn that into sucrose with the Sweetles. You can turn the sucrose into mud with the grubs. And then you can turn the mud into dirt and water. Either by using a sludge press to make it cold, or using a steam turbine, or running it through a steam turbine. Boiling it on a volcano. That's what I meant to say. To turn it into pure water. Another nice thing about rusty oxidizers is they have relatively low power usage. That is true. Although, unless you're getting your dupes to come in and out to grab all the iron ore and stuff, you do need to set up some conveyor rails in there. So that could use a little bit of power. But it's still not a lot. All the guys I found so far is once again cool steam geyser and cool slush geyser. Yeah, I wasn't aware they actually made a mandatory thimbleweed seed update. I'm just gonna disable this. We don't care about this. All the oxygen is still going in here. We're just not releasing it. We have way more oxygen than we need. It's like the one mandatory hatch. That's my favorite trivia bit of this game. You will always find a hatch digging to the left of the printing pod, unless you're on the swampy biome with the plug slugs, specifically on the swampy star. And I don't think you find it on the Frosty Planet pack either. I mean, we've got a hatch. Maybe we did find it. I don't know. That'll be on the VOD. Oh, you've done a goof, haven't you? Is that the honorary sour gas? Do we leave that in there? No, I don't think we do. I don't think we do. You little up again. Right, let's go check on the stuff. No hatch on the series, yeah. Yeah. I didn't think so. I just couldn't remember. Right. Okay. The top is all covered in nectar again, and it's all cold. So if this is getting actively cooled, then it shouldn't explode on contact with meteors. We'll see. You're not fertilized? Oh, look, we've got all the spigot seals in here now. Hooray! How many we got? We got, like, a couple. How many pups we got? We've still got a few pups. We got, like, 16 eggs. And when they all die, we just get all the tallow. I believe we've set up a deep fat fryer. You need a drink now. I've just been forced to realize I have 1,000 hours in your current base since January 20th. Well, we've got 110 hours in this run. This is actually the second longest run we've ever done in terms of cycles. The longest being Flip Farters. That was a run. We ended that on the stream number 40 by building a nuclear reactor and blowing it up. At the very end of this run, when we finish building everything, we're going to release all of this magma. We're going to explode it. Probably out this side. So we can just boil everything. What are you going to feed it with? You're on forest start. There's no sandstone. Let's see. Hatch. Let's see. Regular hatch, please. They eat sand. They eat sandstone. They eat dirt. Hatches eat dirt. So, you got plenty of dirt in the forest biome. Let's feed them dirt. And then eventually, if you're doing that, you... I believe... Yeah, you can transition to sage hatches, and then they produce twice as much coal from the dirt. That's what I'd do. That's what I'd do if I was doing hatches on Forest Planet. Right, these are all running a bit more now. The gas pressure is decreasing, so it's taking a while. I think I actually just need to set up 2 different pipes. Sad. What am I going to do? Am I just going to set up a separate pipe to run past all of this? I think I am. I'll just shove it up here, whatever. You can also feed low-quality food to sage hatches, convert to high-quality food. So the thing about feeding low-quality food to sage hatches, it's obviously very calorie efficient. A low amount of mass will satiate the sage hatch from the food. But obviously it doesn't produce any significant amount of coal. So it just depends whether you're using the coal for power. But yes, it's definitely a thing you can do. Right, yeah, this is all priority... Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess do that as priority 9. Gonna put it in with the pips. Quarantine them into hatches because they keep randomly doing them in storage, lol. You just decided to totally rebuild your ranches and farms. I dropped from 900,000 food to 50,000 and just stabilized enough to stay alive. Nice. We're almost up to 8 million calories. We've also got 150,000 calories of pemmican stored up. That's what we've been using all the tallow from the Spigot seals for. So that's nice. If we ever ended up doing space travel on this run, we'd just use all the pemmican for space food. It's funny, because we're literally growing sleep wheats, but we're not using them for berry sludge like we normally do. We're just using them for pepper bread. We have nearly 2 million calories of pepper bread. Twitch, you updated at the worst possible moment. No. You're making spicy tofu, mixed berry pie, and frost burgers. We're making a couple of frost burgers. They get eaten pretty quick, but we have been making them. We have a single waterweed over here that we're feeding exclusively with salt water from the printing pod. And that's being used to make the occasional frost burger. That's how we recruited George. Jorge. The guy. The dude. We're still in the middle of your rebuild. Fair enough. If you're correct, 7 pips are enough for 1 hatch. Yes, that's about right. Yeah, that's what I remember. Crazy how much the hatches actually consume. It's just like your opinion, man. I haven't watched that movie in ages. Right, yeah. You guys build pipes quickly enough. Let's just build 2 pipes. So, let's see. I think probably just like something like this. Yeah, get it out of here. Maybe actually... hold on. Maybe actually like, this. Looks like the vent is overpressurizing. It is. Wow. Fringe. We can fix that by taking this out. Wow, we really did shove a lot of sour gas in here. You guys love digging. It's fine. There you go. That should help. And then I guess just remove this. Right now you're running a bit. That's good. Yeah, get those tiles. Oh, the biobots died. You still have 2 plug slugs wandering around my base who never tamed or ranched. Plug slugs are based. Honestly, they're so good. I think they're probably one of the most consistently underrated critters. But the thing you've got to do with them is you've got to semi-starvation ranch them. You've got to get them on the cusp of starvation and then feed them the minimum possible amount of metal right before they go to bed at nighttime. So you use automation to feed them like a kilogram or 2 of refined metal. And you put them in individual ranches so that they can immediately wander from wherever the grooming station is or wherever they are to the critter feeder at exactly the right time. And then if you do that, then you're feeding them almost no metal and you're getting all of the nighttime, or you're getting like half of the nighttime power because they're producing 800 watts instead of 1.6 kilowatts because they're hungry instead of full. But the efficiency in terms of the metal is so much better. The preferred method for plug slugs is to stop grooming them so they get glum. Oh, but then they're all sad. I'm not sure whether it's preferable to have sad or starving critters. But, yeah. Either that or use Brackine to make them happy. We haven't really played around with Brackine a lot. Maybe I will someday. Shinebug, you are not long for this world. Now, I could just seal this bit off. I think it's going to take a while for the gas to drain out of here. I feel like we might not have to pump this completely, but obviously we'll have to remove this gas pump. Is this mostly vacuum up here now anyways? Not really. Still time. You may as well remove this as well. Now, the oil. So, the oil, where is that coming from? So, at the moment, we're shoving it all in here. So, we're also shoving it in from the map. So, I think what we would actually do is I could send it back down here. I might just send it back down here. I know it's a little bit redundant, but I want them to keep refining it in the meantime. So that's going to go down here. We'll move that pump eventually or something. And then that's just going to go up here. Oh, no, I remember what we're going to do now. We were going to put a valve on this. Yeah. And I'll separate it on this side as well for now. We'll put a valve in here so we can specifically restrict the flow of oil to start. Because we don't want to overload it, otherwise it's going to go crazy. You're thinking about making a ranch of plug slugs, feeding them bracky to try and supplement your meat supply? Fair enough. Making ethanol to make nosh beans to make bracky is surprisingly efficient. Soon I'm going to be making a moo farm. I need to test that and do a sandbox showcase video on that. We did grow nosh beans once. The thing about nosh beans is they're a bit of a pain, but they're much more water efficient than sleepweeds. Assuming that you're recycling everything. But I forget the exact maths. Quick question. I have 2 electrolyzers spawn right now. I want to extend to 4. I use P water geyser. I have cool slush and cool salt geysers. For my math, I have to use cool slush as cool salt is 30% salt. Thoughts? So the average geyser output. Let's go have a look. So we have a cool slush geyser in here. We're geotuning this one, so it's producing an eruption average of 2.8 kilograms per second, but the average is about 1.4. Each electrolyzer uses 1 kilogram per second of water if you're running it constantly. The salt slush is 30% salt, so that's usually going to be about a kilogram per second of water. I mean, it makes sense. If you're extending to twice the amount of electrolyzers, you're going to need twice as many geysers. But the polluted water is more efficient to hook up. generally. For the most part, I use the salt geysers and boil them for the salt. If you want, I'll post a picture of my ethanol noshby system for your perusal. Mine is almost labor-free. Yeah, feel free to post it in Discord, and we can all scrutinize it and complain. No. I think it's more like we can all scrutinize it and see what an actual competent design looks like. Almost fully closed loop. Yeah, I'm very curious about that. Can't figure out a solution that provides enough chlorine long term that doesn't involve space mining. Oh, for the Moo farm. Yeah. Either that or geotuning chlorine vents. Because you can geotune chlorine vents with salt, right? And I believe... Oh, the whole process with that. I remember it being much more efficient to geotune salt geysers, saltwater geysers, and use the salt from that to geotune chlorine vents, and use puffs to turn it into bleachstone. That's apparently way more efficient than using the bleachstone hopper on the salt. But it depends on you having puffs. Gas grass wants so much chlorine. I very rarely think about gas grass. That's the truth. Wow, these are overpressurizing, even now. There's just a lot of... gas pressure in here. Feels bad, man. We're letting it all rush out down here as well. I guess I'm just shoving so much gas over here. I don't know. I think it's fine. Right, you're kind of backing up. Neither of you are really actually filling it up. I don't know. Now, though. Do I want to remove these pumps? Probably not. We've got enough power on this line. I was thinking of swapping them out for mini gas pumps, but that's not really going to be that relevant. Right, keep building all of this pipe work for the oil. And I don't know what we're going to set the valve to. Probably 1 kilogram per second to start. Now, this is all sealed off. The automation for now is hooked up to this, so let's open this for now. Why can't we build this? Let's build that. We haven't got very much oil in here. We'll start by dumping the oil, because this is going to heat up too quickly if we hook it up to this immediately. But it is all heat sealed now. So let's roll over to the next day, and then we'll turn it on. We'll heat this up and see if everything breaks. We're getting pretty close to the point where this can all start working. And again, this is not going to be the most efficient petroleum boiler in the world. It's just going to be functional. Also, what is the thumbnail even going to look like? This is it's a very tall build. I guess we're just going to fit it in here or something. I think I usually lower it. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just fit it here, maybe. Seems fine. But we'll get it all sorted in a minute. We'll probably want to clear all of the debris out of here. So let's actually priority 9 that as well. Not that I think it's going to be that time consuming. There isn't any... There's a little bit of debris there. Probably fine. This gas pipe's all obsidian, so that can all just stay there. I could hook up some more mini gas pumps. I really think we're actually going to get constrained by the gas pumping more than anything else. So I think I am just going to set these up here. That can all be priority 9. Right. Let's save it. We're going to actually connect up to the heat spike. Let's see if anything breaks. And then we can see how quickly the heat actually races from the magma to the door. Because this is about as far away as I've ever... This is the largest heat spike I've ever made. I don't recommend making a super large heat spike like this, generally. So relative temperature map mode. No. Well, let's set it to like... Let's set it to 420. Let's set it to 403. There we go. So... Flippy switch. Temperature. Activate. Ooh, that's satisfying. So it's not that quick. I mean, yeah. It's not great, it's not terrible. Maybe this will be the thumbnail. This might actually be a pretty good thumbnail today. I don't know, it's very monochrome. If I just shove this right here. Yeah, maybe we just leave it like that for a minute. God, that is that's not very quick. Mix into the temperature plates. We could. It doesn't matter too much. I don't think it matters too much. We'll see. Let's just test it out. Obviously, once this is all actually heated up, then it's gonna be alright, I think. No overheating on here, is there? Yeah. Yeah, build the mini pump. We'll build... Let's build a mini pump over here as well. At this point, we just want as many mini pumps as possible. Otherwise, it's just going to take ages. These things do not use a lot of power, and we have a lot of plastic. It effectively sets a limit on the power you can draw. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's fine, but we'll see. So what temperature plates would you recommend? Literally like a mix of diamond temperature plates and diamond tiles? Because obviously if we use temperature plates, they're a lot more expensive. We do have a lot of diamond though. I could calculate it if I wanted. Oh, I don't want to. You know me. I mean, the good news is, I don't think it's conducting a lot of heat into the insulated tile at all. So that's good. And we haven't really sucked that much heat out of this big blob of magma yet either. So that's good. That's why I wanted to pull the whole magma biome in there, so we had lots of thermal mass. Because whatever I want to make sure whatever we have, the temperature isn't going to drop below rusty temperatures, rust melting temperatures over here. And what we'll do is we'll build the heat spike for this separately, because the rust melting can happen at the bottom here, right by the volcano, and then we can just run the heat exchanger all through this bit. And now I think it's literally going to be a case of us just shoving mini gas pumps in here until everything actually disappears. But it seems to actually be going away pretty quickly. Quickly enough for my tastes. I think this honestly might be a case where we just speed through it. I'll speed to it now. Because we're waiting for gases to pump, and we're waiting for heat to move. So, neither of these things really rely on the duplicates being efficient. Yes, I think we'll speed through it. To save everyone's sanity. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the performance updates are like. Because they've said they're fixing pondering behavior a fair bit. And duplicates should prioritize selecting errands nearby more often than they currently do. Oh look, the sunbug laid an egg. It's very funny. Come on, let me select the egg. Talking about Willis. I'm not going to bother sweeping all the debris out of this bit because it's not going to actually interact with the magma at all. You're grabbing all this rock now. That's good. Whoa, why have you left 4,200 kilograms of wood in here? I guess this maybe was where the friggin' arbitrary was. Kind of funny. I just noticed, if you say the word arbitrary, it sounds a lot like the word arbitrary. But that's probably not intentional. Right? Oh yeah, we're down to milligrams already. There's a little bit of extra gas pressure in here, but it's not going to take very long to get rid of all of it. The gang's all here. This is definitely one of those rare moments where I'm actually going to run up to speed 3. Right, I think we want this area to fill with petroleum, right? I think we just want a large amount in here. Maybe we set this to send green signal if above 500 kilograms. There are 100 tiles and 1000 degrees between the source and the target, so a delta of 10 degrees per tile. What? I mean, this map mode is misleading. This is already at 160, or well, 180 degrees. And it's rapidly heating up. I mean, I don't want the temperature to change too quickly. But I also don't want it to be too slow. This might end up being too slow. What would we do? I mean, if this is all vacuumed, then we can actually safely excavate all this and start building some tiles. Like temperature plates and things. Yes, you're right. It will limit the power draw. I mean the temperature draw. How's it looking in here? Yeah, the temperature in this has hardly dropped. That's reassuring. It's taking a while for this to all actually get up to rusty temperature. Really would have liked to read by this point when you see rust, solid sulfur, isochlorine. Yeah. It sounds like you're on a cold asteroid. Oh, we're getting there. When are we going to get to micrograms? Oh, right. Let's set this valve. Let's set this to 1,000 grams per second. What building melted? Oh, a snow tile. I don't care. Let's let in a little bit of oil first. Let's let in, say, enough to fill up this bit. Would be about 84 segments. I am not going to be able to eyeball that. You check the planetoids in the star map, there's no swamp. Rip. That might be fine. I'll cut it off for now, because we're still pumping out the gases. Also, we may not actually want this to all be radiant pipe. Maybe we don't need that much radiant pipe. I am very glad that gas pumping does not require the dupes to be efficient. Right, how's this looking? Yeah, the temperature range on here is not actually very high. But you'll notice it's actually spread out a lot more... It's spread out a lot more widely here. In a steady state, assuming the worst case, the start of the heat spike will be at magma temp, and the end at petroleum temp. It's 100 tiles long. The difference between two adjacent tiles will be about 10 degrees C. Yeah, I can see that. See that being valid. I mean, I don't think it's 100 tiles. I think it's, let's see. So this is 58. And this is 20. So it's like 80 tiles. This is pretty much there now. But obviously we're letting it heat up as well. Right, so we've got the crude oil in here now. Now, we do actually have vacuum on this side because the gas pump is blocking any of this gas from getting over here. So let's save it. And let's actually hook up the... Let's actually hook up the aluminium. Because we're still obviously below aluminium heating temperature. Or aluminium melting temperature. So let's take this and connect it in. Letting it heat up won't help with the steady state. No, I just want to let it heat up. Right, so now it's warming up. The oil is warming up. Oh, super quickly. Be a case where I could put a temperature plate in here as well. So the temperature down here is decreasing. This temperature is still increasing. Have I put this slightly too low? I may have put this slightly too low. Right, it's all heating up again now. This bit is still cooling down. This bit is cooling down. Is this actually cooling down? No, it's still heating up. Right, let's speed 3 again. Because we still need to get rid of all this sour gas. It's down to micrograms, though. That's good. I think we actually need to dump a little bit more oil in here. I'm just going to hook it up now, I think. Let in a big blob and then let in all little blobs. I feel like it's really thinking about where the liquid's going. Like, because if we run it here, it's smooth. And then if we do it on speed 2, it's smooth. And if we do it on speed 3, look, it's like shunting forward. It's actually moving at the same speed on speed 2 as on speed 3. That's weird. That's very weird. Right, so this is a low enough flow rate, the temperature is still increasing. Okay, maybe we'll just leave it like this for now, then. We'll leave on speed 2. Seems to be what's helping the packets behave. While we're letting that heat up, let's actually have a look at the nectar stuff again, right? Yeah, this is all sealed with nectar now. We've got to watch when the next meteors fall, what happens. I'm hoping because we're actively cooling this nectar now, it should stop the meteors from melting. It's really what we want to avoid. Wait, what's going on over here? Trunk health? Oh, not fertilized. Oh, okay, hold on. There you go. Yeah, look, we got this one full now. It's interesting. And they've got the mercury, so there's more nectar in here. And you can see, from the fact the tree's wiggling, that we've actually got some excess nectar going on. That's interesting. How are you guys doing? 2 out of 6, 3 out of 6. There's 23 eggs now. That's good. I don't care about snow tiles. Oh, we built that tile. Okay, that's good. So that means we can actually remove all of these now. Okay, you're still gradually heating up. Because what we actually want is we're probably eventually going to want... So the tile itself is quite a bit warmer than the oil because of the thermal conductivity difference here. So we probably... Well, I mean, obviously we want this to keep heating up if the oil isn't boiled yet. But that does mean that this door and this tile are going to be quite a bit hotter than this. And if this tile reaches 660 degrees C-ish, then that's going to melt. Which is not good. But it's more conductive than any of this high temperature stuff, so we want to leave it there. And this is all eventually going to get hotter. To know what we want. I'm kind of worried about this thermal conductivity issue, actually. I mean, to be fair, we're still dumping more oil on here. Probably not the end of the world. Right, we're down to 20. Based on the wiki page on thermal conductivity, the 10 degrees C difference between two diamond window tiles would transfer 16 kDTU per second. That doesn't sound very high. I mean, eventually, when this is counterflowing properly, there's going to be relatively little heat transfer needed. But, I mean, that's neither here nor there. Got oil in both tiles now, that's alright. It's probably going to take another day, I think, until this starts boiling. Now, the thing is, when it starts boiling, crude oil stacks up to about 870 kilograms per tile. Petroleum stacks up to about 740 kilograms per tile. So the pressure increase is going to cause it to pour out of here when it forms petroleum. And that's kind of what we want. Now, the thing is, I don't necessarily need this to run at max throughput. The main thing is, this will allow us to make plastic without having the duplicate coming in here working the oil refinery. Oh, we do have some steam in here as well. Oh, boo. That's the end goal. So even if we get a little bit less plastic out of it, the dupe is going to be saved the labor of coming down there. I guess it's still going to work the oil by, like, occasionally. Right, we all done. We're down... Oh, look. Hold on. We're at vacuum decay levels now. The gas pressure is very low. You guys get to watch this all disappear. Really one of the moments of all time. Yeah, it's really low in here as well. Like, look. The vacuum is creeping in from the top. That's a good sign. Oh, it is very satisfying watching the vacuum expand and take everything over, but it should happen quite quickly. What does it remind me of? It reminds me of those stupid games where you have, like, colors and you're trying to take over the different colors. Yeah, get out of here. We could leave all this stuff in here for now. No, it's 16 kDTU per degree. I lost a factor of 10. Oh, okay, so it's 160 kDTU. Oh, well, that's fine then. Right. Oh, look, the little sunbug hatched. Well, I hope he's going to be okay. He'll be okay for today. Maybe not tomorrow. We'll see. It's going to take you a little while for all this gas to come out of here, but that's okay. All those gas pumps have stopped working. Right, what's going on with you? We're still getting there. So the metal tile is at 400-ish. You posted your ethanol not being set up as per your requested in r/option. You know what I mean. I included piping and automation for the ethanol chillers. Yeah, I'll have a look. Oh, look! Oh, look, it's starting to come out. Hooray! Vacuum? That ain't what we wanted. I guess the bit that's actually contacting the tile is flashing now. Okay, that's interesting. Right, so we can probably just do that. This little bit of oil should boil eventually as well. But it's starting to get pushed out. I don't think this is exactly the behavior we wanted. The oil is all... I mean, maybe this will get sorted out once it actually boils. Because this is heating up rapidly now, because the oil is losing contact. Yeah. Okay, this is getting better. I mean, once this is all petroleum, it should be fine. And then this will heat up, and then it will actually start... Maybe I need to sweep these little bits of oil. Right, let's speed to it again. Let's continue. Oh, now I've got loads of oil flowing down here. You know what? Let's actually... Let's see. Actually get people to come in here and sweep up this oil. Hello. Hello, Trivaldo. Don't you normally drop the oil for a bit higher and keep a block of petroleum for the smaller bits to boil in? Maybe. You see people do 2x2 or possibly taller boiling chambers. Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm sleep deprived and I'm just doing this from what I remember. We'll probably adjust it a little bit tomorrow. There's definitely some tomfoolery going on. I think what's happening as well is the pressure was pushing the oil out here and then boiling it. This is filling up with petroleum now, though, so that's good. Okay, this is all petroleum because the rest of the oil seems to have boiled now. This is going to start preheating the oil, which is also going to help. What's in the... Oh, Haku again? Sure, why not? They all died. They all died a death. Hope you're doing well. Does Exor? Yeah, what I might do in a minute, because I'm probably going to wrap it up in a minute, because we've... I basically want all the petroleum to get down here. I'll load up one of my old saves, and you'll see the last petroleum boiler I did. And then I'll use that as a reference point.
Thanks for the follow.
Thank you very much for the follow. Enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. Whiskers sends their regards. Where is Whiskers? Whiskers has been hiding a lot lately. Very shy fish. Oh, look. Oh, we've done this before. Look, the oil is overpressurizing because of where we put the vent. It's doing the liquid infinite storage trick. And by trick, I mean it's going to pressure damage and destroy the aluminium. It's going to boil soon, it's fine. But yes, I have had that exact thing happen before. That's why we're starting at a low threshold. But I need people to come in here and sweep this immediately. This is going to turn ugly soon. Thumbnail candidate, maybe? Maybe, we'll see. Alright, show me the money. Explode. May is on the way. Temperature you at? You're so close. Needs 403. Of oil in then. We'll grab all the bottles later. Yeah, there we go. Mm-hmm. Okay, now it's all petroleum. Okay, now it's all petroleum. Good. And now the oil is being inserted and it's turning into petroleum. Good. And this is equalizing temperature. So now I think what we need to do as well is we just need to get someone to actually remove this. And then I think we're good. Yeah. We can leave the oil in here for now, but we can get rid of it later. That's not a problem. What? Shenanigans. Is it something involving the biobot? Maybe. Oh! Oh no, don't dump the oil in here. No, stop. Don't do it. Shenanigans, indeed. In any case, I think this is working. We can speed up a little bit. I will need to keep an eye on this, but this is working for now. Right, who's doing this? Is this a biobot? No, it's Lyra. Lyra, I just compared you to a biobot. You should feel bad. Okay, now we can speed to it, I think. We can... Oh, okay, now you can stop. So now what's happening is the petroleum is going to start preheating all the oil. And you don't want to use a radiant pipe for this bit because it's going to be too... We'll remove this now. You don't want to use the radiant pipe for this bit because it's going to be too conductive. You want to gradually transfer the temperature over. So the petroleum is dropping... The basic principle of a petroleum boiler is you heat it up on something hot, and then it pours down over the pipe. And as the cold oil comes in, or relatively cold oil, it exchanges heat with the liquid as it flows up. And then the more this preheats, the less heat you actually have to dump into it. See, now the door is actually open, because it's not requiring that much heat. Cold, yeah, exactly. Maybe we'll set it to like 405. There's a little bit of trial and error of setting the right thresholds on this. To make sure you don't ever end up with any oil in here. But again, yeah, once you've got the petroleum, it is a lower density than the oil. So if you pre-fill it with the right amount of oil, once it all boils, it will naturally start to pour out. And now it's all going down here. And we want to... this should be set to above 700. I want a full-ish layer of petroleum down here. So yeah, stop pumping, please. Grab that. And now you'll see this petroleum down here is colder because it's running against this oil. And that's basically the entire thing. And this is all the vacuum, so we can just let it drop off here, and then we can put in the rust melter. But this is mostly done. We're going to adjust the flow rate and increase it later. We will have a look at some other builds we've done, but this is basically it. And then we can start pumping the aluminium out of here. Aluminium? No, don't pump the aluminium. The more involved your builds get, the weirder and more relative your definitions for hot and cold get. My cold liquid uranium is 800 degrees C. Yes. Exactly. It's all relative. That's literally the terms. We're all relative. Use aluminium radiant pipes for the full length of my heat exchanger. Oh, really? That's interesting. So how does that work then? Or do you just have a very short heat exchanger as a result? Because right, let's actually have a look at the temperature bit you have radiant, I have insulated. Oh, okay. So why is that then? We have a look at the temperature here. So this is currently at the boiling-ish temperature. And then this is about 370 petroleum. The oil is about 300. Oil's about 270 here. Petroleum's about 350. This petroleum's about 340. Yeah, at the moment, this is all the petroleum that was pouring out of the storage when it got boiled. So the rate is going to decrease, and then this is going to get colder again. This is very hot at the moment. This is going to break the pump. Ah. I'm happy my counterflow gets my oil to about 370, 385 at the vent output. Fair enough. Hope you're having a good day at Zone 101. You're a braver person than I am. I'm using steel for the last bit because aluminium is concerning for the last bit. Yeah, I've definitely had this melt before and get deleted by the airlock and all chaos happen. But I think because this heat spike is so long, that might help. This is getting slightly concerningly hot. But I think we're done. So let's get one shot of them maybe removing the oil bottles. And by removing the oil bottles, I mean doing this. Can you actually dump this somewhere? Possibly not. Let's actually put in... Are you just dumping oil in here now? You use a steel bunker tile for the hot plate? Oh, that makes sense. So is the extra conductivity of aluminium not actually needed, then? Well, in any case, it's interesting exploring all these different ideas. But yes, I think perhaps more conductivity is needed. This petroleum is decreasing in temperature. Yeah, I think it's starting to heat exchange. Okay. You actually just yellow alert these. Oh, you're coming up? Okay, great. Let's just select the... Yeah, get them out of here. And then... Yeah, go back here. Yeah, get a thumbnail. Get a thumbnail shot with a dupe. It's always nice when the dupes are in the thumbnail shots. Well, I've seen worse. Yeah, and this will start cooling down in a minute. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. And we fixed the nectar thing earlier as well. It looks like I accidentally posted the full design of petroleum boiler in the Discord last week. Yes, we'll have a look at that as well. Nobody's coming up here then? Oh, right. Oh, hold on. I didn't set this to petroleum. What am I talking about? Where are we dumping random petroleum then? Random jungle juice. I guess random jungle juice goes in here. Oh, here he is. Here he is to save the day. Well, save the day is a bit of an exaggeration. Also, it's Ellie. Really? You just grabbed 300 grams of petroleum and left? Oh, whatever. Right, what's overheating? Liquid reservoir. Yeah, I guess. That indeed makes sense. Well, you can just remove this now. We're out of salt water. That's fine. Right, I think on that note, we'll save it. Call it a day. It is starting to function. We'll optimize it a little bit tomorrow. And then we will start building the Rust-related stuff. Because we want to get the flow rate as high as possible, and we'll see how high we can actually push it without having to adjust the heat exchange. But before we go, let's have a look at a few things. So, I want to look at the last petroleum boiler I made. Now, what map was that on? Excuse me. Plug in my slugs. No, it wasn't that one. Frozen Friends? Did we do a petroleum boiler on Frozen Friends? Oh god, I'm really struggling to remember now. Man, I have so many saves in here just from... I have so many saves in here from friggin' Sandbox Showcase. Banlist Oasis. Did we do a petroleum boiler here? Right. Let me actually look it up for a second. Sorry. I want to load the right save, and then we'll look at Discord while I found it. So, YouTube. Aresia Gaming Petroleum boiler. Let's see what happens. Vedante Oil Zone shows up first. That's interesting. Badlands Boffins. We did a good one on Badlands Boffins. I don't think that was it. It wasn't Vedante Oil Zone either. Half-Lung Friends? No. You know, I think it was Frozen Foresters. Right. Let's see. Which one is that again? Frozen Friends. Right, let's have a look at the petroleum boiler first. Here is the full set of diagrams. Right, so here is the magma infinite storage. Much smaller than mine. Much neater. That comes in here, gets converted into igneous rock. Does that... I think it spawns down here as a result of the mesh tile stuff, right? And then you have the steel bunker as the heat plate. You have radiant pipe going all the way throughout. I think maybe what we've done in the past is we've used normal pipe at first, and then we've swapped it for radiant pipe. That might be it. And yeah, that looks fairly normal. Let's have a look over here. Yeah, that's all the oil going in. Rock coming out. Yep, that's fairly normal. Power. Automation. So this automation for the door is set to a combination of this being above 360 and this being above 404. Oh, that's clever. Yes. It's very clever. Cool. Okay. Let's go back and see if we can find the petroleum boiler I didn't hear. I think I did one on this save. Right, now we're going to do a tour of all of my friggin' saves. Right, we have a load of petroleum here, but I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure this came from another planet. Yeah, you guys are lucky. You get to see a few colonies today. We have the hydrogen, we have the frozen core, which we never did anything with. We have normal frozen forest stuff with the meteors and the solar panels. Nothing too interesting there. The Desolands with... I bet I'm going to find an oil refinery somewhere. Yep, oil refineries. I don't think we did a petroleum boiler on this run. Ah, sad. That's alright, we'll keep looking at stuff. We've got a fair bit of stuff to look at on Discord. This was a good run. We did a lot of interesting stuff there. We never really did anything with the radioactive ocean. that was about the end. Right, we definitely did one on Badlands Boffins, but that's not the most recent one. Yeah, we're going to go on a bit of a wild mystery tour. I don't think it was the Flip Farters either. Goldfinger. Let's look at Arboreal. Let's look at Banlist Oasis. And then... Right. Let's have a look at this closed loop. Inputs are water, outputs are nosh beans, and a fair amount of spare ethanol, and mountains of polluted dirt. If you use spare ethanol to create power to run this monster, it'll come close to needing the power itself, but the CO2 production is excessive. Flow chain. Water is mixed with CO2 to produce polluted water by the carbon skimmers. And fed to arbitraries. Dirt is provided by wild pips. Additional dirt machinery in the system produces polluted dirt, which is composite to dirt. Yep. Arbitraries produce wood, either farmed or unfarmed. Wood is gathered by autosweepers and railed into the distillers. Okay, let's just have a look. Oh, wow. Nosh Bean Chill Farm, arbitraries, ethanol refining. I like the labels. Wow, that's big. That takes up a lot of space. Interesting. Nice. I like it. I think we may struggle to find this. You do feed 40 dupes with it. Nice, nice. I wonder how many dupes we could feed with all of this food we're producing. We're producing way too much food. I don't know. I mean, we've also let the game run for a long time, so maybe that's part of it as well. Right. Some mods differ. Yeah, I can believe that. Right, we are on Ban List Oasis. This was the run where we had to ban certain exploits. Now that I think about it, we probably didn't do a petroleum boiler on this run. But yeah. Wow, what do we do over here? Because we weren't allowed stuff like liquid locks. Oh yeah, look, here's the Draco build I was talking about earlier. With the mealwoods. Yep, and shovels. Oh god, those shovels were annoying. 100 molten slicks is nice. There's our transformers. That's a lot of natural gas just hanging out. Did I put an oil refinery anywhere? Did I even do petroleum? Well, I think I've just wasted time. There's no petroleum boiler here. One thing I found helpful is I started collecting a lot of HD stream shots of the screenshots at the end of my bases. Yeah, that is a good idea now I think about it. I'm not convinced that we ever actually had a petroleum boiler here. Also, look at this. Puff branching. I don't think we actually put the puffs in it yet, though. Right, there is one... There's one save I know has it. But I'm fairly sure we made a better build than this somewhere else. Maybe we didn't. But it was Badlands Boffins. The last one. Anytime we get a good final build that's really good, I want to know them again. I start making snaps and describing them. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what the YouTube channel has kind of turned into with Sandbox Showcase. It's like, all the Sandbox Showcase videos are basically refined versions of the builds that I've done in the stream. Like, improved compared to what I've done in the stream. And that's what I've been going for most of the time. Folia Fun Times? I don't think it was Folia Fun Times. Right, let's look at Badlands Boffins. There are a few things that we've done on stream that we haven't done in Sandbox Showcase. I actually have a list. You know what? While we're waiting for this, let me actually show you the list of Sandbox Showcase topics. It is nice having an archive of everything. Right. Here we go. Right, okay. Just adjust this. Right, let me drag you over. Okay. ONI build video ideas. So there's a few that I'm still waiting to do, right? Paku ranches. So the main reason I put this off, I was going to do one ages ago, and then they changed Pakus. And since then, I've just been using Luma Plays' build. Luma Plays, I think, nailed this. I don't really have any improvements I can really talk about. So that's why I haven't really done a video about it yet. Volcano-based petroleum boiler. That is also on here. Annoyingly, in this case, because we're looking for a petroleum boiler that we've already done. Filtration methods comparison. So that was just comparing all the different ways of mechanically filtering liquids and using automation and whatnot. Slicks the Ranch. We haven't done that on a stream yet, so I wanted to wait until we did that on a stream. Meteor harvesting. We're still kind of figuring out some kinks with that, and it depends on the meteors. Volcano rock gas setup. We definitely haven't done that. They nerf pack you into the ground by reducing the morale of Surf and Turf to 4. 4? You're still angry? Oh, I know. Yeah, but it was so easy. It was so easy. Like, there was no point doing anything else. I'm really glad they've nerfed it. I kind of forgot they actually nerfed it. Right. What's going on, game? Okay. This is Badlands Boffins. We've started on Badlands, and we made a lot of progress 530 cycles in. One thing we actually did do was a petroleum boiler. And this one is very silly. Okay, so we put in manual airlocks here with aluminium tiles. And that seemed to work pretty well. We we made it this way so that the dupes could walk through and do the initial maintenance with a one-tile chamber. So this is the tiniest heat exchanger I've built. Our new one is a lot bigger, just so we can fit the dupes in. But it looks like we did use radiant pipes, so that should be fine. And then up here... Oh, we've done the pipes in the way around. We have the granite pipe here so it doesn't burst in the pipe. Yeah, that actually makes more sense than what we've done. Yeah, that's fine. And then it looks like we put some diamond tiles in here connected to the doors. And then an aluminium tile. And then a thermo sensor. Yeah, okay. I think this is actually what I wanted to show you guys originally. I think this is the latest petroleum boiler that I did with a magma volcano. And in this case, we're using the liquid uranium to condense the magma into igneous rock. And what are we doing to actually cool this all down? I think we're literally just drawing off the excess heat using steam turbines. We're using that for power. I'm pretty happy with this. We did a volcano about how to extract power out of volcanoes. And the build looked very similar to this. And then and that was a Sandbox Showcase video. And we just strapped a petroleum boiler onto this. And it seemed to work. Okay. And then we just had a really long section down here. So, and then the temperature ended up settling at around 100 degrees. Okay. So basically what we've got to do tomorrow is we've got to reverse the whole pipe situation. Like, all the pipes should be radiant except for the top bit, which should be normal. Speaking of Sandbox Showcase, your miniature research reactor was a lot of the inspiration for the build I wound up developing for my own use. Yeah, I really like that one. I haven't used it yet, and it was kind of different than what we actually did on stream. We just did a normal one on stream. But I just thought it was interesting for, like, mass-producing nuclear waste without requiring that much, that many steam turbines. I don't know. Right. Anyways, it is certainly bedtime. Thanks very much, everyone, for hanging out. If you're still here from Shen's raid earlier, thank you very much for hanging out. I do appreciate you guys sticking around. Shen has been a big inspiration to me as a streamer. And kept me sane during my PhD. So, yes. Nice that he likes to come send you all over to me, living vicariously through me, playing Oxygen Not Included. But if you like what you've seen and you want more, feel free to follow me on Twitch, and you'll get notifications when I go live, if you haven't already followed me. We usually stream Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7:30 to 10:30 British time. That does vary a little bit. The best way of knowing exactly what I'm doing is to join a Discord, and then I'll post in the schedule bit what exactly I'm doing, if I've got any changes to that. And there's also a YouTube channel, which we've discussed extensively today, where I have all the VODs of the streams. If you miss a stream, it will be on there somewhere. Weird song. And, yeah, all the Sandbox Showcase guides are on there. You ended up entombing the reactor to split the steam and the waste. Yes, I remember you telling me about that, I think. Yes, that was very clever. I like that idea. Right. Let's go raid someone. It's late. Who are we going to go raid? Obviously not Shen, because he's long gone. Let's see. I might go and raid Live Action Pixel. It's been a while. They are currently playing Factorio, which I think you guys probably like as well. Yes, friend of the channel. If you have any fishy emotes or sentiments, feel free to send them Live Action Pixel's way. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll update the petroleum boiler just a little bit. We'll increase the flow rate. And we'll start actually melting rust. Hopefully. Bye.